Thank you very much for joining me again on the market. Please, let's move on now. And the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, has touted the economy's improved performance, indicative of foreign investors' confidence, indicated by the current investors who have oversubscribed the $3 billion Eurobond on the international capital market. Let's take a listen to what he said about Ghana's participation in the latest Eurobond.
Despite this guarantee, the 15-year Eurobond issued in 2015, unfortunately, attracted the highest coupon rate ever in Ghana's history at 10.75%. The world, Mr. Speaker, found our plan shocking, perplexing. This was because by 2011, Ghana had begun producing oil in commercial quantities. Hopes of a better Ghana were high. Sadly, Mr. Speaker, by the end of the following year, 2012, the economy was already in a tailspin, spiraled by the excessive spending, particularly in the last 4 months to the 2012 general elections. This led Ghana recording a deficit of 11.5% of GDP, highest deficit on record in the Fourth Republic. The administration of President Mahama, as Speaker, never recovered from that 2012 deficit. By February 2014, Mr. Speaker, the IMF was calling for urgent measures to restore macroeconomic stability.
All right, so the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, has also been talking about Ghana's exit from the extended credit facility of the International Monetary Fund and its implications and the way forward for the country.
The formal completion of our extended credit facility program of the IMF. Secondly, the historic €3 billion Eurobond issuance. Thirdly, the recent developments on the foreign exchange market on the CD, and this week's visit of the World Bank Vice President for Africa. Mr. Speaker, see, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness. From our holy book of Isaiah. We just want, as a nation, to thank God for what He's doing. Mr. Speaker, you recall that in Section 12 of the 2019 Budget Statement and Economic Policy, I stated that we were on course to completing the extended credit facility of the International Monetary Fund. Well, Mr. Speaker, I'm glad to announce that it is now a mission accomplished. Mr. Speaker, Ghanaians who have been the victims of poor economic decisions of the past know all too well that the healing process has not been easy. It has been of the past. It has been austere, it has been tough, it has been restraining, but it was necessary. It was necessary because what had been broken had to be fixed by the Akufo-Addo government.
So these are some of the issues highlighted on by the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta. Let's bring on board economist Professor John Gachi to also share his thoughts on some of these developments. Professor John Gachi, welcome to the market, please.
Hello.
All right, now, if you've been listening to the Finance Minister, he's touted the confidence reposed in the country's economy so far, indicated by the oversubscription of the $3 billion Eurobond recently on the international capital market. He's also saying that the president took the right path by deciding to exit from the ECF facility of the International Monetary Fund. What's your take on all these? Hello, Prof.
Hello.
Can you hear me, Prof?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, so I was saying that the finance minister has touted the foreign investors' confidence in Ghana's economy, indicated by the oversubscription of the $3 billion Eurobond facility recently on the international capital markets. What's your take on this?
Well, I think normally when investors are very confident in participating in your bond, it may be because of the protection that you have provided, and it may also be because of the very high rate that they can get. Remember, investors are operating in emerging markets, and they are operating within the sub-region. They are quite aware that the bonds that we issue, similar bonds were issued not quite long ago by Ivory Coast, and the rate that Ivory Coast got was far, far lower than ours. So with the protection that they had, together with the high coupon rate, it was very attractive to them. It may not necessarily be because of very, very good economic performance, but because they are cashing onto a protected investment that gives them very high return.
It's quite significant, especially when we've had challenges with our CD dollar parity exchange rate. Would it not be quite, significant to experience about 7 times the amount that we wanted on the capital markets?
But that's the point I was making. The investor is not only looking at what is happening today, it's looking at what you have put in place in order to repay them when the time is due. So you have put various measures in place to repay them the high interest or the high coupon that they have asked for. And that is what is actually making them crazy about our bond. We have seen similar oversubscription in Senegal, oversubscription in Ivory Coast, oversubscription in Rwanda. So the oversubscription is not new phenomenon. We have seen oversubscription in the past in Ghana, okay. But the investor have very good reason for a particular oversubscription. And in our case, I believe that the oversubscription is purely as a result of the protection given and as a result of the high coupon rate that is offering them.
And the finance minister also stated that this is the first time that a country in Africa has targeted the payment of its euro bond.
I didn't get that point.
The finance minister also stated that this is the first time a country in Africa has targeted the payment of its euro bond because it's going to be paid in 3 tranches. What does this mean?
Well, paying the euro bond in 2 tranches is not anything so special because the key thing is you are looking for money to undertake your activities. We want to see the things that the money will be doing and how you are going to be repaid. Remember, a chunk of that money that is coming to the country will be used for repayment. Bear in mind that our target for repayment for loans in 2019 is around 18.6 billion Ghana cedis, which means that using the current exchange rate, the money we have brought in or we have borrowed is equivalent to the amount of money that we are paying in terms of interest costs this year alone. So I don't think that we should focus on those issues which are not the real issue within the bond administration, but we should focus on the issues of repayment pressure that is going to be put on the country very soon. We should be focusing on issues relating to the high coupon, and we should also be focusing on whether we are going to get value for the bond that we have issued in terms of whether we are going to get strategic infrastructure for the bond that we have issued. I think those are the 3 important things that should drive the country.
All right, we would have to end it here, but we'll certainly call on you again for some more discussions into these particular assertions by the finance minister. Thank you very much, Professor John Gachi, economist, sharing his thoughts on Ken Ofori-Attah's assertions this morning in Parliament concerning Ghana's exit from the IMF and also the issuance of the $3 billion euro bond. And on that note, we draw the curtains down on the marketplace for today. My name is Emmanuel Apuaji. Have a good afternoon.